After losing their respective matches in round 2 of the Rugby Championship, the Wallabies and the Springboks will meet here in the opening match of round 3 to make sure that one of these two sides won't be going home with that same feeling. Wallabies back at home, and they'll be hoping that home ground advantage is enough to carry them over the line here in the 3rd round. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back along to your home of rugby here on Rugby Challenge 4, where we are looking to see what the game thinks is going to happen in this big clash between the Wallabies and the Springboks. Heading into this matchup, both sides have undergone just a couple of few changes, mainly injury enforced. And for the Wallabies, the big talking point around this weekend was in that number 10 jumper. Yes, Foley was back in the fold, but was he going to be the one to start the cutter for the Wallabies? It turns out Noah Lolosio, the youngster, has been gifted the opportunity to make that jersey his own. The future looks bright for this youngster, but can he stand up against this presence of the Springboks? Of course, up against him is the much more experienced Andre Pollard, but still the type of game they play may suit the Wallabies in this dry, sunny afternoon. The rest of the team pretty much picks itself for especially the Springboks. A little bit of change in their front row of Oxenshade starting on the loose head side. Dweeba getting the nod once more at hooker with Marks on the bench and Mahoba starting on that tight head side. The rest of the pack looks much the same in the back line, apart from the one change of Warwick Alliance on the right wing has remained the same team that lost the All Blacks a couple of weeks ago. For the Wallabies, there's a bit of a change in the midfield as well. Hunter Paisami is back and he starts at inside centre alongside Len Ikitau. And of course the change of Tom Wright and Reece Hodge shifting around and coming into the team at fullback for the home side. The two benches look stacked with plenty of ability as well, but it's not something we often see that the Wallabies are going with that 6-2 split. And it is the Springboks going with that 5-3. Yes, the extra forward for the Wallabies will be interesting to see how they utilise that as this game wears down, going with the two second row, back row options with, I guess, Swain third in the second row, but definitely Leota can play in both, and Pete Samu in 21 can cover that powerful back row / number 8 position. A little bit of versatility in the back line as well. Callaway will be certainly called upon whatever he is needed. He can play anywhere in this back line, and we may well see him slot in somewhere not so familiar. For the Springboks, look out for the impact someone like Malcolm Marks will be making later on as he comes into that front row. And of course, the versatility of a Quagga Smith in 20 as well. It's experience in the backs with Frans Steyn in 23, looking to, hopefully for their sakes, play a little bit of smart rugby near the end of this fixture. So we are all ready for kickoff. Of course, the Wallabies playing in the green and gold. It is the Springboks while they're in the prominent green with a little trim of gold as well. It's pretty much green versus gold as we get things underway. Dweeba with the first takedown of the night, and he sets it up nicely for the Clerk who knocks on. Big mistake early from the Springboks, and the Wallabies with a golden chance, just like their jerseys, to get into this game nice and early. Advantage is on their side. McBride slips it out. Here is the young Lolosio.
Advantage over.
Plenty of opportunities now for him in this number 10 jumper. Goes short, put around the corner there from Phillip. Here's McBride again. Back to the left side and into contact goes Len Ikitau. Just between 22 and 10 metre line. Nick White going short and charging into the contact there, going nowhere was Jed Holloway. Here we go, left-hand side. Now the chance from Leka Komabiti. But a great tackle there from Warwick Alliance. White again, and from deep there was Paisami, swifting it out to the right-hand side where Lolosio has another stab through. Captain Slipper, great ball out wide from Slipper. Wright goes back in field, looks for heavy traffic and only found the run of Arnold. White again, 10 metre line there, struggling to make inroads here, the Wallabies, but ball retention proving, well, good for a start, and now it's all come unstuck. The Springboks with the ball and advantage on their side as well. De Klerk. Sideways a little bit, Mahoba, another pick and go from the big tight head prop, and we will be called back here by the referee. No advantage there for the Springboks after the knock on by Matt Phillip. The scrum will pack down for the Springboks. We are almost quarter of an hour into the matchup. And already we've seen both sides bomb some early chances to put points on the board. The game has been centred around this 22-22 stage of the match. Little inside ball there for Marcus Oliver-Pimpy, and he's in between them. Comes up against Hodge, puts a kick downfield. That's going to beat everyone over the dead ball line. And as close as he got there, Mapimpi couldn't quite get there in time. Reece Hodge had it covered and will be surely going back for the scrum, but that's a good bust of the set play. Nice little inside ball there from the Kanya arm. And Mapimpi hit his line absolutely perfectly. First real line break of the night. Scrum is good from the Wallabies. Lolosio fires to midfield. Ikitau out wide. And a horrid catch there from Tom Wright. And the ball has gone into the clutches of Marcozola Mapimpi, who's having a good night so far. Defence and attack working well for the left winger. Here is Joseph Dweeba. Getting a bit of width. Changing direction, taking out a couple of defenders, but we'll go back for the knock on by Tom Wright. Error-ridden first 40 minutes for these two teams.
Bind.
So we are starting to see a slowly break up here. A couple of breaks, especially by the Springboks. This one could crash open. De Klerk to Pollard. Oh, Pollard, little chip over the top. Danger here as Reece Hodge does well, but Akanyo arm is on him like a flash. Dweeba joins in quickly, as does Diaga. Lolosio chooses to kick his way out of trouble, and a good little one as well. Just short of halfway there from Noah Lolosio. And Nick White's barking instructions there to his young fly half. Here is Dweeba. He'll throw the line out just inside the Wallabies half for the Springboks, and that's a fancy little play there in Shea. Good run there from Lucian Prop, but unsupported, lose the ball, and a big high tackle in midfield. That's dangerous from Delendi, and he may well pay the price here. Khaleesi called over, and there's a yellow card. Oh, it was all going so well for the Springboks, but a little error. And we are seeing the first chance at points here for the Wallabies. Take a look at this. If I said ambitious, you may tell me I'm a little too ambitious. Here is Lolosio. Strikes it well enough. And it's on target, just short. Pollard drags it down and smokes it straight down the middle of the park. Easy stuff there for Reece Hodge. Through Paisami, out to Kolombeti. Nice little ball back inside, centering it back towards support, but Dweeba's on him! Oh, that was harsh there for the Springboks hooker. Playing it, doing nicely. Ikitau out to McWright. Fraser McWright, another strong carry by the open side flanker. Nick White, pick and go, finding a little bit of numbers on the short side. Can't get past, good tackle there from Vermeulen. Opposite number, Valentini. Valentini cuts in half, up towards the fullback, and a good tackle from Damien Williamson, stops it in his tracks. Short, keeping it alive here, Holloway. To the 22 now, the Wallabies. White going short, Arnold. Henderson bought the numbers on the left if he wanted it, but didn't go to Korombeti. Keeps it alive now, you see Valentini shaping to the left, and it is White who goes to the right. Opens up that short side a little bit more if Slipper wants to use it. He does not. Oh, that's a horrible shot. Big play. No arms, all shoulder. Wiping out James Slipper. And the ironic thing about that is we get Damien Delendi back on the field for the Springboks. But an easy three surely here for Lolosio. He was very close to that three from 60 metres out. Remember, this is in Australia. We're not in South Africa here, everyone. Lolosio will knock this over. Meat and drink for a player of his calibre as half-time rings. What a 40 minutes it's been. The Wallabies managed to finally get points on the board, but it has been a half where both sides have squandered plenty of chances, and the penalty boots of Noah Lolosio proving to be the only difference in the break. For the Wallabies, boy oh boy, they have dominated this game. Yellow card to the Springboks as well, and it has been all Australia on top of this game. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't turn that 75% of possession and 83% of territory into more than just 3 lonely points. Back to halfway we come. Pollard, who's been doing not much but kicking out of his own 22 during this first 40 minutes. He'll get us back underway, and he goes deep this time as well. Wallabies field it nicely. That is a great pass and contact, opening it up there for Coraventi. Back to Lolosio, who stops it out for Alautoa.
Release.
Big prop settles things down. Great tackle there. Nick White monstered from Delendi. Massive chance for the Springboks. Now they've got to put it on the board though. Pollard inside. Khaleesi has a run at them. Short again. Left side. Here we go. It's Shea. What a run there from the loose head prop. Into the 22 go the Springboks. De Klerk waits. De Klerk to the left. De Toy. Outstanding. Home to Mapimpi. And Marcus Solomon Pimpi grabs the try. And that is in. How good has Mapimpi been tonight? A couple of chances. That one he took with relative ease. Great ball there from Lekanyuam. Didn't see it on the replay, which skipped away from us too early. Oh, that's a shocker from Pollard. You've got to do better than that. Andre Pollard, nightmare of a kick. It sprays wide. And the Wallabies are still right in this game. Lolosio, all the points for the Wallabies so far. Just 3 on the board. It is 5-3 as Khaleesi drags the kick-off down. And Fraser McBride tries to Stafford back to the Wallabies. He almost did. Late charge there. Coming in from the big man Diaga. Stopped him in his tracks. Now the Springboks, a 2-point lead. What sort of rugby do they play? There you go. That's the answer. Territory. That's what they want to do. And Reese Hodge a full of touch. Rumbling back to claim the ball. He's planted his foot in the line. And that'll be a Springboks line out. Now's the chance to put this one to bed. Dweeber. Nicely. Advantage. And knocked on. Oh, well, I was about to say very nicely done from Diaga. But Fuff de Klerk at the back couldn't quite see him. And he couldn't quite see the ball either. Spilt too easy, too fast. Here's the line out. We didn't see Fuff back there. And the ball just squirts back. Crouch. And Nick White gleefully jumps on it. Well, the Wallabies may get out of jail here. They've got a scrum on their own 22. If they can win this, they can put themselves nicely forward. They are looking to play here. Lolasio's very flat. Goes with a putback to Paisami. Throws the dummy, gets through arm, and makes a couple more meters. White, all alone, struggling. Nick White, but they do find it back. Arnold, big dive pass from the lock. And eventually gets out to Corin Benton, who's been starved for chances, but nicely finding a bit of room there is Mick Wright. Wallabies struggling on this breakdown again. Oh, it does come back. Now Lekanyuam looking to break down the short side. Could be another turnover here. Wallabies over that ball very fast. 60 minutes gone, just 20 remain. De Klerk looking to make up for that mistake earlier, puts it high. And Nick White is just too good for that. Trekking back, keeping the Springboks out of the way, and easily claiming the ball inside the 22. He's taken a tap here, which is rather interesting. Valentini's all alone on the left-hand side, and now it's knocked on. Big error there from Arnold, and another gifted chance here for the Springboks. Wide, and Gallant round the outside. Mark Gallant, and touch he goes. Surely he's out, no. Ball stayed in, they'll play on. Mahoba, nicely, the Venom stood up from fullback. Sparking a bit of trouble here because if the Wallabies win this, no one is back for the Springboks. He looks like he's trickling away there, and a spin half onto Paisami over halfway, can't win the race. Great break there from Paisami. White, oh, that's a shocker from Mapimpi. Shoulder to the head area of Nick White, knocking his moustache clean off his face. And is this a 3 points that Lolosio wanted earlier? This could give them a 1-point lead, the Wallabies. After all that pressure from the Springboks, it could come right back. Lolosio just sneaks it to the left. Oh my word. Had the distance easily. but it just snuck by. And the Springboks wipe the brow. That was close. They still lead by 2, but danger. It's not down yet. Lucky Town, nice ball away to Tom Wright. And this time he is in touch. Well, bodies on the sideline, you just never know if the AR is going to call them as out or have they released the ball in time. That one, Nick White. And finally, eventually, Tom Wright on the right. Goodness me, all the lefts and the rights, the white to the right. Left side, they come through Connor Betsy by Sami inside Iki Tau. Changing directions, trying to catch the defence. Unawares. Wallabies, right outside the 22. Whites, taking them on and going down in a heap. Nick White has been in the wars tonight. He's taken a lot of punishment. And it's only fair now he gets a bit of a breather. He has been heavily involved, but look out for what this man can do. Tate McDermott on the field for the Wallabies.
Fine.
There he is in 22. Big chance now for the Queenslander, the red, to make an impact for the Wallabies. Valentini spots it at his feet. Where do they go here? Left side. It's with Lolosio. Oh, it's intercepted! Big play to turn it over for the Springboks. But unsecured, they lose it again. McDermott to Vainga. Nice ball from Vainga getting out to Kitao. Here's Wright. Wright! Oh, what a dummy! Finally, Tom Wright does it right. It looked like no chance. But a beautiful dummy. A little pirouette, if you will. And it opens up. Too easy. This is nice. Fainga away to Ikitau. Watch this. Whoop. No, you don't. I'll take this. And Willemsen took the baits like a hungry fish at the bottom of the ocean. That is an amazing try. Lolosio way out on the right. 8-5. Here's his kick. He missed one before, which would have given the lead. Now he makes up for it. 10 points to 5. The Wallabies with, well, the way this game's been going, with 30 seconds, oh my word, to play. Time has flown by. The Springboks, they need to score a try, and they need to do it right now. Secure possession, kick the ball out, that's all they need to do. And McDermott drills this high. Oh no, it's not out. Willemsen grabs it. Diang is on it very quickly. To Clark. They've got to run here, the Springboks. I don't know if Pollard really knows what's going on. He's got no idea. Held the ball up terribly. Tatui, nice little drop off there. Now Delende holds it up, gets the accelerator working. Didn't go with Mapimpi early, took the tackle, secured possession. Diaga, now they get it to Mapimpi. He holds up nicely. Takes on the tackle. Devlin, turnover Wallabies! Back to Hodge! And straight to touch it goes! No messing about! The Wallabies do it at the bitter end! Massive home win! And Australia continue on to win against the Springboks here in Australia. It's been a long time since the Springboks have won here in Australia, and that continues on here tonight. 10 points to 5, 1 try apiece. The difference, well, you wouldn't think you'd be saying this, but it was the goal kicking of Noah Lolosio over the attempts of Andre Pollard. Tom Wright and Marcus Mapimpi got the tries, 1 apiece, but Noah Lolosio, the youngster, holds his head up high for what he's accomplished tonight. It was a game that anyone could have taken home. The Springboks did a lot of defence. You can see double the tackles almost, and at one stage they had a lot less of the ball. Wallabies making 6 line breaks to 4. It was their game to lose, and they made sure that that didn't happen. Round 3 of the Rugby Championship rocks its way on. The Wallabies with the win, and of course, next is the All Blacks and the Pumas. What will happen there? It's on the channel. Go and check it out as well. This is what Rugby Challenge 4 thought would happen between these two lineups, and let's be fair, Rugby Challenge 4 knows its stuff. It gets them right more often than not. If you want to tune in to future games like these, you can check out the channel each and every weekend of the Rugby Championship. We've got matches coming your way, as per always. But until next time, thanks for stopping by, and as always, take care.